I just wanted to take a minute to post a quick video update on how the second booster treatment went back in October. I'm just in the car because the kids are playing and being quite noisy and distracting. So if you're wondering why I'm in the car, that's why. On October 25th, we drove down from Vancouver to Seattle for my second booster treatment. Going into the treatment, my mood was about at a 1 or a 2. I wasn't doing very well, but doing my best to trudge through the weeks leading up to it, knowing that a treatment was coming up and really crossing my fingers that it would help. After the first booster treatment, I unfortunately had just gone down so low that it didn't do a whole lot. So I know I was a little bit disappointed, but I received quite a bit of feedback that each treatment is different, and sometimes there's a treatment that just kind of remains neutral or doesn't do a whole lot, and they vary from treatment to treatment. So thank you for those comments, and I did hang on to that and went with that hope in the back of my head that that would be the case. So the treatment itself went really well. They increased the dosage, which I tolerated well, both during the treatment and after. No issues with blood pressure or anything. After the treatment itself, I didn't notice much of a difference in mood. I did notice feeling a little bit lighter, a little bit clearer, a little bit more energy, but still the thoughts were still there initially. After the few days after, in the 3-4 days following, I did notice that all of that improved. My mood did increase with even a bit more energy. But the biggest thing that I noticed is the negative thoughts especially were fewer and far between. And when they were there, I was more easily able to navigate them. So thinking a bit clearer, and just being able to talk myself out of them, so to speak. It had been 10 weeks in between the first and second booster treatment. So again, like the first booster, about 5-6 weeks, I started to notice the decline, and kind of steadily went down after that. And again, the clinic mentioned that I should really try to get there every 4 to 5 weeks to kind of nip that in the bud and not let it go down. That it would just be more beneficial for the treatment in the long run. Instead of pulling me out of a bad place, it's maintaining me at that okay place that the ketamine has been able to get me to. And unfortunately, that's where I get quite discouraged and upset and feel really frustrated because in terms of my family life and everyday life, I kind of feel like I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. On one hand, if I don't go down for the treatments, because we can't get to them and we can't afford them, $600 each treatment Canadian, and about a 6-hour drive from the Okanagan, then I struggle, but my family suffers with me being kind of absent and not able to cope on a day-to-day very well. And then on the other hand, if I do go down for them, it's a financial burden on my family and a time burden. So I kind of am feeling discouraged and trapped, I guess you could say. And I just really wish that something could be done about that in BC to make it accessible for those that have tried every other treatment there is for depression and come out unsuccessful or with very little benefit. This, you know, anyways, that's probably a whole other video. I don't have any other plans to do any other videos unless there's any specific questions or issues anybody would like to discuss or would like me to answer. Feel free to private message me as well. I'm happy to answer any questions or provide any information that I have or can get access to. Yeah, so please feel free to message me or ask any questions. And, you know, now as I'm finishing up this video, I'm thinking that maybe I would like to try and put together one more video to bring awareness to the treatment and maybe bring it to the right people's attention within our medical system. I know we're probably a very long ways from it being covered within our medical system, but at least a clinic accessible to BC residents without having to fly to Toronto or drive down to the States. So if anybody has any ideas or suggestions for that, please feel free to contact me. Okay, thank you.